ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure meeting you for this news edition on the television of Burkina Faso. Welcome. Russia celebrated yesterday the 80th anniversary of its victory over Nazism in the Great Patriotic War. The ceremony was attended by the President of Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, alongside other world leaders. Prime Minister Jean-Emmanuel Ouedraogo presided over yesterday the official graduation ceremony of the 2021-2023 and the 2022-2024 cohort of the National School of Administration and Magistracy. The head of the government called on them to become true fighters for the liberation of Burkina Faso. The second edition of the International Synergy Security, Defense and Safety Fair, SYSDEF, began last Thursday in Ouagadougou. This major event brought together researchers, experts, and industry leaders from a dozen countries. They would exchange on key challenges and innovative approach for building peaceful and prosperous communities. The President of Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, attended yesterday the 80th anniversary of the Russian victory in the Great Patriotic War in Russia. As a guest of honor, he watched a grand military parade alongside other world leaders. Tangaka Vando for more details.
More than 11,000 personnel from Russia's armed forces and security agencies, including around 1,500 veterans of the special military operation, took part in a grand military parade in Moscow. Allied nations such as Belarus, Kazakhstan, China, India, and several others, marching in a strong show of solidarity with Russia, took part in the event. Russian President Vladimir Putin presided over the highly symbolic ceremony. He set against the backdrop of ongoing diplomatic and geopolitical tension. In his address, the Kremlin leader reiterated his country's stance in the face of global crisis. President Putin reminded the world that it was at the cost of millions of lives that Russia helped secure freedom and peace for all humanity. We are united in our respect for the generation that defeated Nazism during the Great Patriotic War, he declared, urging the Russian people to honor their veterans and uphold the spirit of national defense. The Russian leader also acknowledged the joint effort of many countries during this historic victory and expressed appreciation for the contribution of the Allies. One of the day's most solemn moments was the laying of wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier. Burkina Faso's President Captain Ibrahim Traoré joined at the head of state in observing this ritual, a powerful gesture highlighting the strong and growing ties between Burkina Faso and the Russian Federation.
Official visit of the President of Faso to Russia upon his arrival in Moscow last Thursday on the occasion of the 80th anniversary of the Russian victory over Nazism. The head of state granted his first audience to the Venezuelan delegation led by the President of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. Nicolas Maduro expressed his great pleasure in meeting President Traoré. Cooperation between the two states as well as issues of international importance were discussed during the meeting between the two leaders. For President Nicolas Maduro, beyond strengthening the relations between Burkina and Venezuela, the goal is to build something meaningful between Africa and South America. Regarding the current leadership of Burkina Faso under Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President Maduro expressed strong admiration. The Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela and Burkina Faso, in addition to their exemplary cooperation in various fields, share a common vision on multilateral cooperation and global governance. Back to Ouagadougou, where the Prime Minister called on the graduating classes of the National School of Administration and Magistracy to become true fighters for the liberation of Burkina Faso. Speaking at the official graduation ceremony of the 2021, 2023, and the 2022 and the 2024 cohort yesterday, Rim Talbaja Emmanuel Ouedraogo urged all training institutions to harmonize their approaches in order to foster a shared sense of belonging to the same administration, an essential step toward delivering quality public service. Tangaka Fando reports.
It was a ceremony marked by excellence that celebrated the graduation of over 2,000 trainees from the National School of Administration and Magistracy. The 2021, 2023, and 2022-2024 graduating classes named Virtus, Governance, and Audacity, respectively, are now entrusted with upholding the values of integrity and competence, principles that ENAM holds in the highest regard. These chosen class names are well in line with the President's vision of excellence according to the Prime Minister. He emphasized that Captain Ibrahim Traoré sees good governance as one of the key conditions for building Burkina Faso that prioritizes the well-being of both current and future generations. The Prime Minister also urged the new graduates to become true fighters for Burkina Faso's liberation, guided by the ideals reflected in their class names. He called on them to embody boldness in defending the nation's interests. Prime Minister Rim Talbaja Emmanuel Ouedraogo took the opportunity to remind all training institutions of the need to harmonize their approaches so as to foster among trainees a shared sense of belonging to the same administration, one that is expected to deliver high-quality public service. The godfather of the graduating classes, CEO of C Metal Group, encourages his godchildren to become volunteers for the defense of the homeland within the public administration, champions of public service. For his part, Jacob Yarabatiola, Director General of ENAM, stated that the school's mission is to shape agents of change, firmly committed to the path of sovereignty. He praised the excellent result achieved, a 99% success rate for 2021-2023 class and a perfect 100% for the 2022-2024 cohort. The graduates are pledged to serve the public interest with virtuous governance, a commitment they say they are ready to honor.
Faso Gulgo has now started production. On Tuesday, Prime Minister Rim Talbaja Emmanuel Ouedraogo officially launched the activities of the Burkinabe Animal Feed Production Company in Koubri. This industrial unit will provide Burkinabe livestock farmers with a variety of feed products for the animals and for fish farming, resulting from the nationalization of the former livestock feed manufacturing company, SOFAB. The new state-owned company, Faso Gulgo, is now operational 5 months after its creation. The company is in line with the National Agro-Pastoral and Fisheries Initiative with the mission of producing and supplying quality feed for livestock, poultry, fish, and other farm animals across the entire national territory. In addition, the state-owned company is responsible for developing a sustainable mechanism for sourcing raw materials to ensure its operations and for contributing to the implementation of national policies and strategies in animal production. The second edition of the International Synergy Security, Defense and Safety Fair, SYSDEF, officially began last Thursday in Ouagadougou. The launching ceremony was presided over by the Minister of State and the Minister of Territorial Administration representing the President of Faso. This major event brought together researchers, experts, and industry leaders to exchange on the key challenges and innovative approach for building peaceful and prosperous communities. Tangaka Fando reports.
The second edition of the International Synergy Safety, Defense and Security Exhibition, SysDef, has brought together representatives from over 10 countries for a major showcase of technical innovation. Experts, researchers, and industry professionals gathered in Ouagadougou will have to discuss today's top priority challenges. According to the event's promoter, Yassine Zoure, the defense industry could serve as a pillar of Burkina Faso's sovereignty. In these times of crisis, the defense industry can be a key pillar of our national sovereignty, he affirmed. The event features exhibitions of equipment and cutting-edge solutions, along with conferences, roundtables, B2B meetings, and dedicated spaces for youth engagement, all designed to animate this edition. Representing the President of FASO, State Minister and Minister of Territorial Administration, Emile Zebo, emphasized that SysDef is a valuable platform for building an indigenous defense system. He underscored that the exhibition is a strong symbol of our commitment to building a defense system rooted in our own resources, powered by our collective intelligence, and shaped by strategic sovereign cooperation. Today's security challenges are no longer confined to military dimension alone. They now encompass technological mastery, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and local industrialization, each as complex and vital as the other. For 72 hours, key players in defense and security will reflect on themes of defense, security, and civil protection, exploring innovative approach to ensure peaceful and prosperous territories.
The Catholic Church has had a new leader since last Thursday. American Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, age 69, has been chosen as the new Pope. Elected on the second day of the conclave, Pope Leo XIV succeeds Pope Francis, who passed away on April the 21st. Pope Leo XIV has already made a call for peace among nations. In a message on his X account, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of FASO and Head of State, welcomed the election of the new pontiff with the following words: I extend my warm congratulations to the 267th Pope, Leo XIV, elected to lead the Catholic Church. I hope he will be a spiritual guide, close to the people and their deepest aspirations, a man fully committed to dialogue, security, peace, and to fostering greater social justice and genuine solidarity across the world. Wishing Pope Leo XIV a blessed pontificate. Ladies and gentlemen, this puts an end to today's news edition. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to the national television of Burkina Faso. Next Saturday, goodbye.